welcome to the Blackbird Speaks. The Blackbird Speaks is a space for me to meet with women and male allies to talk about the things that they love, be it creativity, inspirational, entrepreneurship, or just have a general chat, really. So today's guest is Kevin Smtih. He is a longtime friend. Our families go way, way back. He's an entrepreneur, CEO, and founder of the motivational mindset movement, N.O.M.B.U. Welcome, Kevin.
Hello, Tracy. Nice
Hi,
to see you.
y'all.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Well overdue catch up.
Yeah, and you still got that great smile.
Thank you. Trying to keep it. A few wrinkles to match it, but yeah.
Tracy.
So, Kev, you
Mhm.
are the CEO and founder of N.O.M.B.U. So tell
Yes,
us a little bit about it. So for those that don't know, what does N.O.M.B.U stand for?
right. It's an acronym.
Hmm.
NOMBU stands for not only me, but us. Just like me and you
Fantastic.
were talking now. Yeah.
Yep.
Not only me, but us.
Yeah, definitely. That's a great, great acronym and what everyone needs really, because there are so many times when you feel like it's just you battling. And actually, if you're on the come up, why can't you bring people with you?
And that's just my mentality.
Yeah,
That's just
yeah.
my mentality. Like you say, it's about helping others. You rise by lifting others.
Definitely. And the joy that you feel, you know, even if it can be on the positive side, even on the negative side, if things aren't going so great for you,
Mm-hmm.
to feel that you're on your own is the worst thing that could be that you could experience. But
Tracy,
knowing that there are people around you that you can reach out to can only bring you out of that space.
most definitely, most definitely. Let's say those that feel it know it.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
When I see somebody else uplifting themselves or elevating or how elevate others, I always praise it
Yeah.
because I love to see it. I just love to see people. Put it this way, I like to stand with the underdog because I come from the underdog. That's where
Yeah.
I come from, the underdogs. So I will always stand by underdogs because I love to see them strive. I love to see them do well, elevate themselves. You
Yeah,
know,
man, definitely. And I get that. I always felt like I was the underdog, didn't do the best at school, didn't go uni and all
same
of that.
as, same as,
And, had to
yeah,
work hard, had to work that little bit harder than other people. But it just kind of shows that when you put the work in, you start to see the results.
and this is it. And see the thing about it, Tracy, you know yourself. You've got to be consistent. No matter what you're doing, it's consistency.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Because it's easy to fall
Consistency.
out of that pattern, that
Mm, of
routine, putting in the work because it is exhausting. Going to
course it
keep
is.
it real. It's exhausting and challenging at times.
Life is challenging.
It is.
Look at now. Very challenging.
It is
Mm.
challenging. Adulthood is no joke.
No
That's all
joke.
I'm saying.
It's no joke. You look back and you think, wow, I wish we could have go back to them days when we did young,
Youth club.
carefree. You know what I mean? Hey?
I'm telling you. I'm telling
Yeah,
you. Carefree. You're
carefree.
pushing key in someone else's door. No
Isn't it?
bills.
Yeah.
Just it's about raving,
No
eating, sleeping.
responsibility.
Listen,
Now we understand, don't we?
totally
Now we
understand.
understand. Now we understand.
We do. We do. So, Kev, tell me, when did you start N.O.M.B.U and what was your inspiration to get it
Well,
started?
I started NOMBU in 2020. Basically, I lost my dad in the height of the pandemic,
Oh,
April
sorry.
2020, on the 9th of April. And obviously, it was just crazy. It was the height of the pandemic. It was on the lockdown. People was in the house and you couldn't come out. Just going out for a walk daily. Everyone was in their house. So
Yeah,
basically, the internet kicked in, didn't it? And that was the only way of communicating. And
yeah.
basically, it grew from there because my Facebook name for years had been Kevin N.O.M.B.U Smith because
Mm.
I've got a tattoo on my on my arm of
Mhm.
N.O.M.B.U. I've had the
Okay.
tattoo 27 years.
Wow. So it was always there then. It was
Always
always
been there.
there.
And N.O.M.B.U's in my heart because that's my spirit. That's how I am. I'm a person like that. I don't think about just myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm eating and you came to my house, you're eating as well. So
Everyone's
it's me
got to
and you.
eat. Otherwise, no one's
Right,
eating. I get
right,
that. I feel I could never eat. And if someone was like, oh, no, no, I don't want anything, I was like, I'd be like, okay, so I'm not
right.
eating either because I can't sit down and eat and you're not eating.
That's the spirit of N.O.M.B.U.
Yeah.
You know,
Wow.
like I said, it started in 2020. I was never an internet person. I was never a social media person. I
I
was on
hear you.
Facebook. I was on Facebook, but that was it. I was on other platforms. Now I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Threads. Mate, I'm just everywhere. But this is how far I've come from none of this was planned,
Yeah.
but it turned into a concept because people say no, they like it, and they'll say, "Oh, we like your quotes and stuff like this."
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it was just a mashup of my love of music. I like quotes, and I've got a spirit of never giving up. That's one thing
Yeah.
about me.
Mm-hmm.
I've got an inbuilt spirit, never give up.
Yeah.
And this
And
is what's
what a
kept me
spirit to
going.
have. What a spirit to have.
And this is what's kept me going because I'm not the only one. I've been for adversity, like many people, but I never
Mm-hmm.
give up. Never give up. And I don't believe in how can I put it? I don't believe in settling for what I know I can do better.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
worked in
absolutely.
big industry, big companies in Derby.
Mm-hmm.
Rolls Royce, local authority. I mean, I was at Rolls Royce for 5 years.
Yeah.
But you know when you're not being treated fairly,
Oh, yeah. I totally know that. I totally know
I had to
that.
get out because they was just blocking me. You couldn't. You was never. I was never gonna. So I had to come out of that.
Yeah.
And through
And
even that,
it's worse when you start to see like your peers, they're getting the opportunities. You're
you
thinking,
got
hold on
it.
a minute.
You got it. And that's what was happening. That's what's happening
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking, but why? But why? But why? You know, and I've always had this inner belief. I know my capabilities.
Yeah.
I don't need you to tell me I don't know. I know what I'm capable of. I know what I can ascertain. I know what I can do.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been given the chance. And that's the difference. And this is
Yeah.
where people fall off because they're not given the chance and they get fed up.
Yeah.
And this is
And
where mental health kicks in. Depression, anxiety, you start questioning yourself. This is what it does to you. I know because I've been there.
absolutely. Absolutely. And I fully overstand that. Fully
Mhm,
overstand that. Because
mhm.
then you really, because you're going and asking for an opportunity or applying for an opportunity, whatever kind of field it is with it, work or whatever. The reason why you're going forward for it, because you know that you're capable of doing it. So
Okay.
then when people start to say, oh no, and then they take someone else, you think, hold on a minute.
Okay.
And you start to see that. Of course, it's going to affect your mental health or the way that you think, because then you start to kind of take on board the doubt that they've presented to you. That
Yes.
you think, oh well, maybe, oh yeah, maybe I was kind of aiming too high. Maybe I shouldn't have gone for that.
No.
Then,
No.
if you're not careful, that's where you get stuck.
You know your capabilities. This is why I'm big on telling people don't look for
Yeah,
validation. Don't look for
yeah,
validation.
yeah.
Don't look for validation. Yes, you're going to be very disappointed.
Definitely. And I did that for a long time, even like in work. I did that for a really long time. Just,
Yeah.
I was 50 in August. It's taken me a
Yeah.
long time to get there.
Listen, same as Tracy, I'm 52 now, you know, and it's like, well, nothing happens before it's time.
Right, right.
What stood me in good stead for what I'm doing now is all
Hmm.
my life experience.
Yeah,
I couldn't have done this when I was younger because I didn't have the life experience.
true, true.
But now I
Same.
have got the life experience, you know, to talk how I talk because
Yeah,
I'm confident within myself what I'm talking about. Like, I don't talk about things that I've not gone through or lived through in my own personal life because I don't understand it. I only talk about things and touch on subjects that have personally touched me or has
yeah.
affected me. So I have an understanding of what I'm talking about.
Hmm.
Which I think that's very important.
Really important. And that is, I know we had our little pre-chat before, but that is exactly, we were saying how Sometimes you're like, why me? Why has this happened? Why has that happened? Things are really, really difficult now. I don't know if I can take anymore. And you say all those things,
Hmm.
but then we know that you always come out the other end. And it's when you come out the other end and then someone else is having their situation or, their challenges, that you can actually have empathy and reach out and be supportive, because you know that, one, it's not going to last forever, and also because you've got an understanding of what it feels like for them.
That's right. That's right. And if you've got that understanding, it's a massive difference.
Yeah,
If you've got, because you can associate the feelings with what that person's going through.
yeah,
That's what makes all the difference.
it definitely makes a difference. And there's nothing better than having someone with close to you with understanding when you're going through those difficult times.
Most definitely. Most definitely. This is why I'm trying to encourage men to talk about the mental health also.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Massive. Massive. So many
It is
men suffer from
massive.
depression, anxiety. And these things, what I talked about earlier about the confidence, like in the workplace affecting your confidence, it's all impacts on your mental health.
It does. It does. And also, I suppose then linking it to men is that stereotypically men are kind of taught and kind of almost coerced to be the breadwinners. You got to go out and get the job.
Oh yeah.
You've got to bring the money into the house. You got to, support the family and make sure that there's food on the table and all that. So they're all added pressures. So
And you
when
can't show
you do,
emotion. You mustn't show emotion.
exactly,
You must
just
be
got to
big and
do it.
strong, push your shoulders back, hold your head up, no, don't show no emotion.
Yeah,
But we're
yeah.
all human, we carry feelings and
Of
emotions,
course, of course.
you
And
know?
that whole be strong thing, it was a bit of a thing. Yeah, got to be a strong man, got to man up, or, strong black woman or whatever. But
Yeah.
actually, there's
Same
nothing
oath.
wrong with being fragile. There's nothing wrong with being
No,
vulnerable.
no, being vulnerable. Sometimes, you know something, in order to grow, you've got to be vulnerable.
Yeah,
And you've got to accept things that have happened in the past, let them go. So you have to open up yourself. So you're going to have to grow, you have to be vulnerable.
yeah,
You have
you
to open up
do.
yourself. But
But I
this
think,
takes time. It doesn't happen overnight, Tracy, as you full well know.
yeah, it does take time, a
You have to
long
work
time.
on yourself.
You do. You do have to work on yourself to be courageous, to be resilient, because challenging times, big or small, are ahead of everybody at some point or other in their life.
I
And
mean, go on,
you want
sorry.
to be able to be in a position to cope with it in whatever way works for you, because everyone's obviously different, you know.
Yeah, I love that what you said, whatever works for you.
Yeah.
Because we're not you can't put everybody in a square peg, you know what I mean? It doesn't work,
No, it don't work. And it
does it?
can be frustrating sometimes when people are like, oh, when you're going through things, because you have to also work through things. You have to work through things to kind of come out the other side. It's like if
Mm.
you were dropped in the middle of the sea, you couldn't just stay there, or you got to try and to move and work through it to try and get back to the shore, get back to dry land.
Yeah,
So
somehow. Paddle your way,
somehow you got
however
to
you
find
get back.
your way.
You're going to try and get back to shore.
Exactly. So sometimes when people are like, oh, what you need to do is this, this, and this, it's I understand it's often coming from a good place, but at the same time, when you're going through things, sometimes you just need someone to
Listen.
listen. Yeah, that's the word. Key word.
That's it. You just need somebody to listen.
Yeah.
It's not about getting advice. Sometimes these people, they just want to off. We've all been in a situation, friend, family member, you just let them offload in it because
Yeah.
they need to offload in it.
Mm-hmm.
And you just sit there and you listen. And
Yeah.
that's what we have to do sometimes. Just listen. That's all they need, you know.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm trying to encourage men. Check on your friends, if ask them how they're doing. That's how you break down the stigma. That's how you break down barriers. Nothing changes if nothing changes.
Exactly. Exactly. And is that asking how they're doing? And, when they go, yeah, yeah, because we automatically, as human beings, go, yeah, yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm good,
Oh,
It's
yes,
all
we
good.
all do it. We all
And
do it.
when it's not good, when it's really bad, we're
Listen,
still
when it's
doing it.
really bad, trick, when it's really bad, I remember times when I'm going through things and I see people, yeah, I go, Kevin, everything all right? Yeah, everything. Why? What? They don't know. Oh, the best one is, oh, you're looking ever so well. Ever so well. Why? Inside, they don't even
Mashed
know.
up.
Mash,
Yeah.
Tracy, mash up. Mash up, trust
I
me.
hear
Mash.
ya. I
But,
hear ya.
but because we're all human beings, yeah, everything's fine. We'll put on this front
Mm-hmm.
to say, yeah,
Yeah.
everything is all right, but not. It's not really,
No, no.
you know. So yeah,
And
I'm just trying to encourage. Well, not even just men, women, everybody. Just encourage. Just talk about it because building up just causes problems and issues.
comes out
Which
somehow. It comes
you know,
out somehow. Could come out in rage. Could come out in a breakdown, or in
yeah, I see
long
it. I work
term.
in mental health. I work in mental health, so I see this
Yeah,
because I
yeah,
work within the mental health sector, so I see it.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
And it's prevalent, and I think even more so now. Lockdown was such a extraordinary.
no description for it. There's no
No,
description.
yeah,
I've never
I
seen
don't.
anything
Yeah,
like it.
there was
You know,
absolutely nothing like it. There was nothing like it, and it's almost surreal now that it even happened. Even though we've seen kind of the changes going forward in like economy and all of that
yeah,
kind of stuff,
yeah,
internet and all of that.
internet,
We
yeah,
see that, but yeah, it was almost as if it didn't happen because it was such a crazy, crazy, crazy time.
yeah. It was unbelievable. It was something like there's something like it was out of this world because when the first thing you got stopping your ass, it was stopping your ass, and everything's coming to a halt, and it's like bit by bit the country's come to a close. It was closing down. It was closing down. It was like what is happening? You know, and a lot of people still haven't recovered mentally
And this
from the
is it.
effects.
This is it. This is it. Because
You know?
yeah, I'm not surprised though. I'm not surprised because really, if you think of just the general challenges of life, are a lot. And
General challenges. This I remember what they said. It's like remember we used to take for granted going shopping. People were scared to go out shopping again. They were afraid to see people. They were scared because from nearly they were locked away.
exactly. And the way that the news was just giving you like statistics was like, boy,
Yeah.
I was like getting up at the crack of dawn, waiting for shop to open, getting
Oh,
everything in, coming in, cleaning it all down, spraying everything,
I know. And this is what it had done to everybody.
neurotic, completely neurotic. I
You know.
was. I'm not gonna lie, I
So
was completely neurotic.
the effects from that have been just massive. And
Really,
on
really
top of that,
massive.
the economy crashed, and it's never. Well, the rest is history, isn't it? Look at this now.
I know, man. I know. It
You know,
yeah.
it's all
It's
impacted, isn't it? It's all impact. It's all impact.
definitely all impact. So, Kev, tell me, because you're all about motivational mindset and it being a movement, and I see your posts where you give really good, encouraging quotes and things. What is it that's kind of like driven you to do that? Because you do that daily, and I'm like daily. I'm in there like having a little look, getting a little quote in.
Basically, I use these at my lowest times. These are the
Right.
things that got me through.
Yeah. Yeah.
Combination of because I'm into fitness as well.
Hmm.
Combination of fitness, positivity, meditation, mantras, all them kind of things.
Yeah.
All positive stuff. Listening to positive motivational speakers when I was at my lowest. I still
Yeah.
listen to them now. I listen to them all the time.
Yeah.
You know,
Just
because
to
it sets
kind
your
of keep
mind
you
right.
going.
It's about having your mindset right. There's two options. You can either sit down and feel sorry for yourself, or you can do something about it. Which one? Which one you're gonna do?
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
It's
You know.
true.
And I talk from experience. I talk from experience because I know myself. It's like I can talk about depression because I've suffered from depression, and I openly talk
Oh,
about it.
same.
Openly talk about it. You
Yeah.
know,
Same.
it's a how I describe depression. It steals lives because it takes away that person who they were. That's what
Yeah.
depression does. It
Mm,
steals lives because you're. I've seen people shadow themselves because of depression and then shadow themselves.
yeah.
You
It's
know,
quite funny because you touch on that, and I just think I can know my own from my own experience. It's like a spiral. So you feel depressed because you feel lonely,
Mm-hmm.
but then because you're depressed, you don't want to be around people.
Mm-hmm.
So then you feel depressed because you feel lonely, but you don't want to be around people because you don't want people to say, "Are you all right?" Because you might cry or you lie about it, and then you think, "Why am I lying?" Because I feel really rubbish, and actually, it's almost like a yin and yang in your brain that's saying, "Reach out
Mm-hmm.
to someone and say something," but then the other bit is going, "No, no one wants to hear
No.
what you've got to say." Who wants
Mm.
to hear about you? You just need to
Mm.
just keep yourself to yourself, and then it's like being locked in a little box, but you're thinking it's dark, and I'm scared of the dark, and I want to come out and look out into the light.
Yeah.
I'm scared. Do you know what I mean? It's like a trap. That's what it
It's like
is.
a trap, isn't it?
That's it. It's a trap.
It's like a trap. And it
It's
is.
like a
It
trap.
is. It is. And it's so hard to get out of because you
It's really
spiral.
hard.
You spiral. You spiral. You spiral. You spiral. You spiral. You spiral.
You
You know?
do. And it's horrible.
It's
It's
horrible
horrible.
because I've heard people, you would have heard people say to people, oh, snap out of it. It don't go like that.
If only it was so easy.
It don't go like that. It don't go like that. The only way I could describe when I used to have depression, this is how I described it. Right, a bright sunny day, the sky is blue, the flowers are out, you can see pink, yellow, reds, all them vibrant colors. You look outside when everything's grey.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my description. Everything you look out, it's bright sunny day, but everything's grey.
Yeah.
You
Everything's
know,
grey. Yeah. And everything
and,
feels rubbish. It's got
yeah,
no scent. Nothing
no, no,
kind of exciting you.
no,
It's
no.
horrible.
So yeah, I've been there, and this is why I do what I do to tell people that listen. There's always that's why you can't give up. You can't.
Absolutely.
You
You
know,
can't.
you can't. When you're going through it, that's when it's making your mind strong, and you've got to keep going because you will come out the other end. You will. You
Yeah.
know, sometimes it takes years. That's just the way it is. Nobody, I can't answer that for any. It's just the way. But don't ever give up because there
No.
will be a change.
Yeah.
Nothing can stay the same forever, no matter what it is. Nothing can stay the same forever. And
It
nothing lasts
can't.
forever, good or bad. So
Yeah.
there will be a change. There will be a change. That's all I can say to anybody out there who's going through it right about now. Keep going. Don't give up.
Yeah.
As I say, what you grow through what you go through, and it's so true.
It's so true. It's so true.
You don't see it at the time, and you don't feel it at the time. It's when you begin to move on, and you see little steps. You see little steps, and you see another step, and you think, oh. Then you start to look back, and you think, wow, yeah, I have grown. I can see some development now. And it
Yeah.
can keep going, and then gives you the encouragement to keep going. That's how you grow. And then you start to build, and that's how you grow, and that's how you grow. And that's how I've done it.
Yeah. Yeah. And those little steps may seem tiny, but they're huge because they're moving you forward. They're
Moving you
huge because
forward.
they're moving you forward.
No matter how small the step, it's still a step forward, isn't it?
Exactly. Exactly.
It's still a
Absolutely.
step forward. And that's the important thing,
Mm.
you know?
And also, I think surrounding yourself with people, and it doesn't have to be people. I say that as in, high level quote, but
Yeah.
even if it's one person, if you have a key person that
Oh gosh.
is that person that
Can be a lifesaver.
yeah,
Can be can be a lifesaver, mate.
absolutely, yeah, yeah.
And you're not talking about that one person. I've got one, mate. Lifesaver.
Too. Me too, me too. There's been a
You know?
constant throughout my life, a
Oh,
constant.
listen, you see them people there? You can't left them an inch. You can't left them people an inch because they're people like that. Oh, they're people why you be able to stand how you stand. I was standing now because they've never left us.
Right,
And
right
there,
then.
that's when you know you real. That's you real people. That's your real people. That is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's
You know.
funny because when you're young, you have lots of friends and lots of acquaintances, and you
Yes.
have like a big circle, don't you, of
Oh
friends
gosh, when you're young, it's all about this, that, you're everywhere. You're everywhere.
everywhere.
You
And you
know.
even have different circles for different things. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Rave with this lot,
That's
these lot
right.
are my raving crew. These are
That's
my
right.
go for dinner or whatever. I don't
Hmm.
know. You had a
Hmm.
circle for everything,
Whatever.
ramping,
That's
whatever.
right. Isn't it? You know. But like you said, as you get older,
Hmm.
you know,
You start to
things.
define what friendship is as well,
Yeah, it goes deeper than that, doesn't it?
way deeper.
Friendship in the
Life becomes
20s,
deep.
yeah. Friendship in the 20s, in 30s, in the 40s, totally different.
Yeah.
And in the 50s, totally different again.
Yep, absolutely. Definitely. Because
You know,
you start, I think as well, you start to learn about what it is that you can give as a friend and also what you need in a friend.
yeah, yeah. Because you
And
know
then,
yourself as well, don't you? You know
yeah,
yourself.
exactly. Exactly. And so then you kind of think some of that stuff, I don't need any of that because that isn't helping me.
Hmm.
It doesn't,
Hmm.
and that's not about helping us in like finances or making you better or not necessarily making you better. I probably said
What
that
no
wrong.
longer serves you no more.
That's right. No longer serves you.
You know?
So the drama and all of that,
Oh
I'm not
no,
about that. So,
no,
you start to
no.
kind of shape your circles
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm with you there,
differently.
Tracy. I'm not in no drama. Nah,
I'm
no.
not about it.
I just want quiet life, around
Me
positive
too.
vibes, good energy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm happy. You know, and that's what it's about. Life's too short.
It is too short.
Arguing, bickering. Oh no,
No
oh
one's
no.
got time.
Not time for that. You be positive. Be positive. People who are doing things. People want to do things. People want to move positive step forward.
Yeah.
You know, no negativity. It's so
No,
true. Who you associate yourself with as well. It's very important because
it is. It is.
if you're around surround yourself around a certain energy, guess what? Well, you're gonna end up like that. You're gonna end up
Yeah.
because you're around a certain energy.
Yeah.
You know,
And you also
listen.
find when you're potentially going through something, if you are going through something, that's when you know who those article people are as well.
Oh, mate,
Some
without
people only
doubt.
want you. And do you do that
Um,
mainly online, or do you do anything out in like the community and stuff, or is it part of like your line of work
well,
as well?
I'm looking to create. I want to get to the community as well because I work in mental health.
Mhm.
My background is working in young people services, young children's department. Now I work in mental health, so I've always been a people's person anyway.
Yeah.
Um, but now I want to see if I can get to talking to schools with young people because obviously I'm DBS checked. I've got my NBQ free. I've got mental health. I've got my mindset coaching. So I've got lots of skills to offer,
Yeah. Yeah.
and my own life experiences as well.
Hmm. And I
So
think definitely
um,
the young people need that because life is
yeah, you
in the
start
world
young.
is
You've
in a
got to start
crazy
young.
place right now.
You've got to start young about this mindset because I didn't learn about it till I got so much older. Tracy,
Yeah,
mindset is
same.
so powerful. It's powerful. It can literally change your life.
Mm, yeah,
It can literally change your life. Mindset. Now, I believe personally, the earlier you learn this, the more beneficial it will be. It can be, you know.
definitely.
Um, if you don't allow people to talk you out, if you so many people are allowed to allow other people to talk about their ideas and the visions, you know. Because
Yeah,
when I first started this, people say, "Oh, what's N.O.M.B.U?" But I used to tell him, and then slowly people get to understand what it's about. And now I get people who I don't even know messaging me and telling me that I'm inspiring them. Doing
yeah.
what I
How
do,
amazing.
you know. Um,
And I think it's because they can see that it's not just, you see motivational speakers and it's almost, I don't want to be dissing anybody, but sometimes it's a bit surface level. And
mhm,
they can obviously they're motivating, and especially if they've been through their own challenges and whatever. But because you're so relatable,
mhm,
that's why
mhm,
I think people become inspired
mhm.
because you're just a relatable person. You're a
I'm
real
authentic.
person. You're not
I'm authentic.
trying to present yourself as a celebrity that is
No,
this and that and
no.
talking. kind of not condescending, because motivational
No,
speakers aren't condescending, but do you know what I mean? They're
yes,
kind of
I know.
talking, but they're talking at a higher level that doesn't actually reach
No,
the likes of me, for instance.
no, just I just be authentic, and I'm trying to tell my story so somebody else can be inspired because somebody inspired me.
Yeah,
A long time ago, somebody inspired me. Yeah. And my
yeah,
tagline is aspire to inspire. Not only
yeah,
me, but also that's my tagline.
yeah.
Aspire to inspire. See, it all
Aspire
makes
to
sense. When you
inspire.
understand the concept, it all makes sense. So you
Yeah.
might see me up, when you see me put all these things up, people looking, what's it mean? But it's all got meaning. Like, have
Mm,
you ever seen N.O.M.B.U 360? Now that means full
yeah.
circle. From where I started to where I am now, N.O.M.B.U has done a 360.
Yeah.
N.O.M.B.U 360.
Right.
It's all got meaning. It's not just things I
Yeah.
put out, it's all got meaning.
Interesting. Because I see all, all your quotes, and
Yeah,
I have seen the tagline "Aspire
yeah,
to Inspire," and you're definitely, obviously, doing that. You
yeah.
know, you're doing that.
Like I said, I've got people messaging saying, "Oh, I mean, I don't even know these people," but I said, "I don't." It's not the thanks. I don't. I want to see. I like to see other people achieve. I like to see
Yeah.
people who've had to struggle, because when you've had to struggle and you make that breakthrough, oh gosh, the feeling, the elation, it's on. It's no drug. You can't even put it on their level.
No. Exactly. Exactly. And it's
You
so
know.
true. We spoke about our own like trials and things, and just working out this whole technology business.
Mm, mm.
That in itself
It's a
is a
minefield.
challenge
It's a
sometimes.
minefield, isn't it?
It's a minefield. Well,
You
yeah,
know,
these youngins are coming up.
when I first started, I was like, oh my gosh, videos, reels, this, that. How do I do this? How do I do that? But the more you guess what? The more you do it, the more
The
you
more
learn.
you are. Yeah,
The more you learn, the more confident you become.
it's true. So true. It's
You
so
know.
true.
So this is why I'm all about inspiring people to, yeah, to go for it, go for it, go for it, go for it. I mean, I put out a post last year. I set my intentions for 2024. Everything that's happening for me now, it's not
Yeah,
by chance.
you
It's not
said
by
it. Put it
chance.
out there.
I put it out there. I told people, I put out a post November last year, 2023. Set your mindset right for 2024. I told them what I was going to do.
Yeah,
So this ain't no fluke. I told them what I was going to do. And I'm doing it.
nearly a year.
And I'm doing it.
Nearly a year to the day, and you're doing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. And I'm doing it. You know, so it's all, and this is all having belief in the
Yeah,
power of the mind. You know, I mean, now for me, now I've got to a level. I've got other people wearing my stuff, and they're talking about me.
yeah.
I didn't start. I didn't. You know, and I'm looking. I'm thinking, eh? You know,
It's
but
cool though. It's a neat, cool, crisp design,
it's just, and it's authentic.
and
I just
it's
want,
got meaning, and
and
it's
it's
got
got
a good
meaning.
meaning. You
You know,
know, that's a
it's got
good
good
thing.
meaning. You know, and that's what it's about. The meaning. And because I started this with nothing. I started with a concept, and it's grown basically. I
Yeah,
had this idea, and I put it out there, and I've managed to grow it, and it's growing more and more daily. You know,
yeah.
it's about spreading love, spreading energy, good vibes, and giving each other encouragement. And that's so
Exactly.
important.
Because
You know.
that's what stops people putting themselves out there, because you automatically feel, especially from our culture sometimes,
Oh
that,
gosh, yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
got to keep it real, that people are going to be like, oh, what are they doing that for? I don't know why they're
Hmm.
doing that. Or you're
Hmm.
too boasty, or whatever you're doing is rubbish.
Yeah,
Not even taking the opportunity to understand why you're doing it
yeah.
and where the idea is coming from and what you're trying to, achieve.
Unfortunately, in life, we're gonna get you. We will always get this.
Yeah, yeah.
This is part of life. This is part and parcel.
It
This
is.
is
It
part of
is.
it's part of your journey.
It is.
But remember, anybody successful when they first start out, yeah, mate, it's hard.
Yeah.
Oh, what they doing? What's it? What they do? You move on a few years later, and things change.
Mhm.
People have elevated.
Yeah.
You know, people have grown. And you can look back at your journey and say, "This is where I started. This is where I am now."
Mm.
You know. So I know I'm doing the right thing because people are telling me I'm inspiring, and that's what I wanted to do. That's why I started this,
Yeah.
because if I can do it, you can do it as well.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
If
Yeah.
I can do it, you can do it as well. You know, it's there for everybody. You've got to make, but you've got to make up your mind that you want it. You want to do what, for whatever reason, because we've all got reasons why we do what we do.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, we all got our reasons. You know, but all I'm trying to encourage is people like ourselves have a little community. Everybody bounce off each other.
Yeah. And that's a beautiful thing, because community in this day and age is so lacking sometimes. It's hard to, I
The modern
mean,
life community now, everyone used to know everybody. Where you used to live, everyone used to know. Them times have gone.
they have gone. They have gone.
Unfortunately, them times have gone. Communities are much more different now.
Yeah.
You know, the lifestyles have changed. It's different. It's different. Even families eating together. Back in the day, that was a prevalent thing. Now, dad might be working shifts, mum's at work, and
Yeah.
passing. It's hectic, isn't it?
It is hectic. It is hectic.
The modern life is very hectic.
It's very, very hectic. And it's funny how we've got so many channels to communicate, but yet those same said channels kind of
Mhm.
bring that form of division,
Yes.
because people are distracted, because there's so much information that you're taking in
Oh,
all the time.
we're
You just,
bombarded with
yeah,
info. We're bombarded with info. Oh, 24/7.
exactly.
24/7. You know?
E- Everything's accessible. I mean, even I do it when I watch a movie and I think, oh, what age are they now? Straight onto my phone, Google it, how old they are,
You
they're
see what I'm
married, got
saying?
children.
You see, this is what we're talking
It's
about.
crazy.
These,
So
you see, these things here. These
oh
things here. Oh, mate, it's like, oh, God, technology. You
yeah,
know, it's good and it's bad. It's
yeah,
good and it's bad. You know,
it is.
um,
But I
the
am
good.
strict with some things. It's not in the bedroom, so I
Yes,
don't see it. Charges downstairs.
knock it off.
If I'm eating, I don't,
Yeah.
I don't have my phone there.
Mm.
I don't mind if I leave it. I try to, keep that detachment. So if I'm out with people,
Have a conversation.
yeah, I don't have my phone out unless they ask me something. I might have to
Yeah,
get my
yeah,
phone to show them
yeah.
something or something like that. But generally, I try not to have my phone out and stuff, because
Mm.
once you start looking, you can't
You get distracted. You get pulled
unsee
in. That screen pulls you in. No, it pulls you in. It happens to me, mate. It just pulls you
it.
in.
It
Before you know
does.
it, you've been there 5 minutes.
Right,
You see?
right, exactly. Them reels. Those reels for
Yeah,
me, they're the worst thing. They're dangerous,
they're
because I'm just
terrible.
like,
Reels. Yeah.
and they're
It
foolishness,
catches
but
you.
they entertain me so much. They're
Well,
not
this
people I know.
and this is it.
It's
So
just
this is what technology does to us, and this is why young people now, some of them have withdrawal symptoms. If you take with a phone, they have withdrawal symptoms.
I can imagine. I can imagine, 'cause it's a way of life for them. They're born into it. I've
And
got
the
a
same now.
2-year-old, and
Yes.
he presses the fingerprint thing on my phone. I'm like,
You
how does
see?
he even know?
Well,
Because he sees me and he sees you have to
yeah.
do that, and then he picks up the phone and he starts to try talking and
Kids
whatever.
now are brought up. Listen,
Typing. How do
my
you know?
grandson's 17 months old. He's on iPad already. He's on iPad.
There you
17
go.
months. iPad, you know. He must show me, he's showing me on the iPad.
Exactly. Yeah, I have to holler
Yeah,
at you grandson to show me how to do some of this tech stuff. I'm telling
yeah.
you.
It's so, you know, as we've had to learn it, they've grown into it. There's a massive difference.
Yeah, they have
Learning
grown.
it and growing up with it is massive, massive difference. You
Yeah.
know,
We
massive
grew
difference.
into the streets, the real life. We grew into the real life. We had no
Yeah,
choice.
they had no
Couldn't
choice.
Things wasn't like at your fingertips. You had to go and
And
find it, go and get
everything
it,
now
go be there.
is captured on a phone.
I
In
know.
our time, we didn't have that.
Mm-mm.
It
No.
was a rarity. Like sometimes you'll see a picture from when you used to go out back in the day, and it's like, whoa, look at this, because it was a rarity. It was a rare, but now people taking pictures all the time because we've got phones.
Yeah.
It's a whole different. It's a whole different new thing now, isn't it?
It's a whole new thing.
In
And that
comparison to when we was growing up.
yeah, yeah, definitely. And I think that can kind of, like you say, for the young ones, that can sort of draw them in, and it can be quite isolating as well sometimes because you almost can't get away from it.
Well, there's young people now who are psychologically affected because of technology. Get
Yeah.
withdrawal symptoms, get depression.
Yeah, it is crazy. Some of the messages that it feeds, there's so much great stuff with having the internet. I mean, I love the internet, but
Mm,
and having access to like social media and stuff. But I do
mm.
think that the downside is that it kind of presents sometimes a false life. And if
It
you're not
does.
having the best time or the best life at that moment that you see
It,
someone having their
it, mu-
best life,
it must be like this, or it's got to look like that, or it's got
yes,
to. And when you're young, you're in child. This it's massive because you're going on what your peers think, and it affects you.
yeah,
The waiting list, I'm sure the waiting list that comes now for young people's mental health is massive
yeah,
because you've got 11, 12-year-olds suffering depression. We never had that when we was young. Depression at 11.
no, too busy
Now,
out and about, running
11
up and
and 12,
down.
11 and 12, right? Suffering from depression, anxiety,
Wow,
because you've got to look like this, or it's got to be like this, or you don't, and kids are cruel at school now. We think it was bad when we was at school. Not like it's even worse now.
and they can't get away from it because while
No,
ever you've
social
got that
media,
phone and they've got your details, they've got you.
social media, and everybody bombards the Facebook or whatever platform they're on.
Mhm, mhm.
You've even heard of young kids committing suicide because they're getting
I
cyberbullied.
know. Yeah.
Come on, you know?
Like eating disorders as well, just because they need
Yeah,
to look like this or look like that, and
that's what I
other
mean.
kind of enhancements at ages where their bodies are still developing.
I mean, you've got young people now with young women having surgery here, surgery there.
Yeah.
These people are young. They're young people, but it's because what they're seeing in the media
Yeah.
and what they're seeing so-called celebrities do and all that kind of business.
Mm.
It's like
It's
you've
not
got these
real.
influencers. Same thing in it, influencers.
Yeah.
So you've got to be looking like this, or you've got to be wearing this, or you've got to. So it's got a lot. Social media plays a massive part.
It does. And then when you look back at like some of like kind of our old school pictures and stuff, no one was
Mhm.
in the same outfit. Everyone had a different outfit. We're all a bit like not oddballs, on trend, but no one had the same thing on.
No, but unique. Everybody had a uniqueness about them, didn't they?
Yeah,
Everybody was unique.
uniqueness.
You know what I'm saying? In our
And
time,
that was special. I think that's special.
yeah, at them time, I wouldn't change it for anything.
No, not me neither. Me
You know,
neither. Best child
I
ever.
wouldn't change it because the times that we grew up in, we still got some of the goodness, if you know what I mean, innit? We still have some of the goodness, you know,
Yeah,
because we grew up in the 80s, 90s. Remember, we grew up in the
I
80s and 90s.
do.
Good times. Good times. You know what I'm saying? Good
Really good
times.
times.
Um,
I was
I
out
mean,
all the time. I don't know where the money came from. It must have been cheap to go out
it was
because
cheaper
I was
though.
out all the time.
It was cheaper because even my kids now, all my kids, even my youngest is 21. He don't really go out now because there's nowhere to go, and the cost of
Yeah,
going out, like you say, it's the cost
yeah.
of fortune.
And there's no clubs now. There's no
There's
clubs.
nothing. And since 2020, a lot of clubs and pubs have been are closing down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's changed. The demographics changing totally,
It has changed.
totally.
Like brunches and things, which I quite like a brunch now because
Yeah.
I'm not about going out till 3 in the morning anymore.
Oh
Them days
no.
done for
Oh,
me.
no. No. Tracy. Hey, I'm on
Them days are done.
I'm on that now. My time. Listen, if I'm home 3 to 11, get home by 12 is late. That's good for me.
Oh, yeah, I'm telling you now. Them
Tracy.
three,
Oh
four,
no.
5 in the morning, not even 4, 5. If it's the blues, it's proper morning. Nah,
Morning.
them days done
Tracy.
for me.
I remember sunshine. It was sunshine on a Sunday morning. By the time we get home, dinner, mum was cooking Sunday dinner. That Sunday morning, sunshine's busting. Oh dear, Tracy. Oh no. Hey, I remember a few years ago. I must have went
Oh,
out one night
dear.
and I tried to go straight to work. Oh my god, I was mash up. Whoa.
You're good.
No, it was about 10 years ago, Tracy. It
Oh,
was about
okay.
10 years ago. It was, I said, never again. Never again. I don't know why I think I was taking myself.
I know. But do you remember those 2 hour sleeps? 2 hours and you're off to work like 10,
Listen, I remember.
12 hours or 8 hours,
Yeah,
maybe. I don't know,
I used to go
whatever.
out Friday, Saturday,
How?
Sunday. Remember the bank holiday? I used to be back on the work on the Tuesday. Listen, I used to be out raving. I used to have to. I used to start work at 6. I have to be up for like 4:45. Get home for like 3 o'clock. Get a little bus, a little sleep up,
Yeah,
and then sleep when you come home.
exactly. But bank holiday then was it started from Friday. Friday you
Oh
go
my god!
low.
Yeah,
Saturday, pinkies, but you're
home,
out in the day,
and there was
Sadlergate.
Sunday. Oh, it's totally different
It was
now.
all weekend. It was Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
Mm,
Monday. It
mm.
wasn't like the
Great,
Monday or the Saturday. It was the whole weekend.
great times. Great
Really,
times.
really, really, really. I wish I could
Um,
kind of capture it. I wish in some ways
and
I
the
could
vibe,
capture it in video
yeah,
and then you could just watch it back.
and watch it back because the vibe has changed. Because me growing up, I used to be out all over. I used to be in Birmingham, Nottingham, Manchester, and
Same.
we was all over the place.
Minute
It's
I
not
got
like
that license.
listen, it's not like that now. Young people can't do. I used to go to Manchester. I've met men from all over because
Yeah.
our era was different. Our era was different. But now
Yeah.
the youngsters can't do that.
No. You can't even
It's a
go
diff-
into some zones and
no,
people
where
don't
you
know
from?
you. Go
You're not
where?
from
Where you
around here.
going?
You're not from around here. Listen, you never used to get all that. We never used to get all that. What's
No.
changed? It's
Out
changed.
of town. That was it. It was out of town going
Listen,
out of town.
I got some man who I met from out of town who I still know now, and we're big man. I met them
Yeah.
when we was you.
Yeah. Yep.
You
Yep.
know, it's just everything's changed. So this is why I do what I do now. You know,
Yeah. And what an amazing thing that you're doing, because especially definitely targeting the youth, but also targeting us elders, because
yes,
we
yeah,
carry a lot of stigma from our
yeah,
youth of
a lot.
keeping it in and not sharing, not being honest, not
Mm.
really kind of opening up as much as what we could. So yeah, everyone needs that motivation. Everyone needs that
Yeah, of course we do.
inspiration and encouragement for sure to
You see,
kind of
you
work
see
on that mindset.
when I was at school growing up, it was different because growing up as a black boy at school, so they didn't necessarily understand how we were. I was the makeup of a black boy.
Yeah, of course not.
It was totally different. You
It
know,
was different.
we've got a lot of energy. Sometimes, if we if we weren't in something, our concentration would go,
Yeah.
and I think it was bad. But it's not about it was being bad because probably didn't have much interest.
And that is it. The interest isn't there, because if you think of some of the kind of topics and things that you're learning, where's that engagement to make you be engaged to want to learn more about it?
Mm, mm,
Sometimes
mm,
it's
mm.
about the delivery and the style of teacher and the topic, all of that coupled together,
And
you
style of
know.
teaching. And now, if the teacher weren't right and the teacher didn't like you, you was finished, innit?
Oh, I was finished for English, and English
That's
is
what
my
I'm saying.
best subject.
You see, from an early age, that can affect you so much.
Definitely. So speaking out is not, unless, cornered, and then obviously I would come, but otherwise I'm not one to really kind of,
No,
I am
no.
now, but
Yes.
before it's taken a long
Before.
time to get to where be able to speak out now. But I never used
Mm,
to really speak
mm,
out unless you challenged me on something and I got
mm.
annoyed,
Yeah,
then I
you
would.
wouldn't
But
speak out. Mm.
yeah, but otherwise, you know,
So this is why we've got to encourage people. I
definitely. And that
mean,
whole not giving up.
no, oh no, can't give up. Never give up.
No.
Never give up. You know what I'm saying? And that's the mentality we've got to have. And that's the mentality I've instilled in my kids.
Yeah.
Never give up. Never
Yeah.
give up. You know.
So, Kev, if people want to find you, well, you've told me actually, but yeah,
Yeah.
just for those that are watching, again, tell us, where can people find you?
I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Threads. I'm on some
Right.
social media. You'll find me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. And I will share all that information in the comments.
Thank
So,
you.
Kev, it's been so lovely
It's
catching
been
up
a
with
pleasure,
you.
Tracy. It's been an absolute pleasure. Hopefully, we can do this again. It's been brilliant.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Thank you very
Definitely.
much.
You're so welcome. And
By
thank
the way,
you. Thank you for being so willing.
you're the first podcast. You're the first. So remember, you're the first.
I was the first. I
You
was the
always
first.
exactly you was first. You was first, Tracy. But yeah, brilliant to see you, and it's
Yeah.
a lovely, lovely meeting. Take care.
Thank
Bye
you
bye.
so much,
Bye bye.
Kevin.
Bye
And
bye.
thanks everyone for watching.
Bye bye.